Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Brew Jackets. It's a fun Blue Jackets themed podcast. My name is Kevin, and joining me tonight is my co-host, Hefty Duck, as well as our good Philadelphia friend, the man of truth himself, our good friend Heartsy.
Talking about me?
Yes, in this context, I was talking about you, Heartsy.
Oh shit!
Anyways, on today's show, we got some stuff to talk about. We are remembering Johnny Gaudreau because it is now officially over 1 year since Johnny Gaudreau unfortunately died, and we're going to talk about that and so much, a lot of stuff involving that. Some awesome Sean Monahan moments. We're going to talk about some of our favorite Sean Monahan moments from this past season. There is a outdoor hockey game at Penn State where they're playing Michigan State, and that affects both Blue Jackets prospects Jackson Smith and Caden Lindstrom. We're going to talk about that. I have a message to Dave Portnoy and so much more. So let's get going here, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope everyone has had a good week this past week. I know I've had a pretty excellent time this last week. I've been very eventful, doing a lot of fun summer activities. But yeah, like Kevin said, we got quite a bit to talk about here. I think what was it last week? Was last week when we talked about like our opening lineup predictions and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we talked about that a bit last week. This week we got a couple of fun things to talk about, but yeah, right off the rip, we have Heartsy here, so we want to make sure that we get his stuff in as well.
Right.
So do you want to start with that, Kevin?
Yes.
Talking about some fun concepts while everyone's coming in still.
Yes, but before we do that, always remember, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please tell your family. Please tell your friends. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Do it now. Oh yeah, and big thanks to the audio listeners out there as well. We really appreciate you guys. If you like to listen to us on in podcast form and with the audio only, you can check us out on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you can get podcasts. We're at.
And one last thing before we get going here, I'm going to promote it now and at the end of the show. Check out the march that Union Blue Soldiers is doing on Monday, October 13th, 2025, starting at our bar, ending at Nationwide Arena. So check out Union Blue Soldiers March of the Union Army on Monday, October 13th, 2025, our bar, 6 o'clock p.m. Join Union Blue Soldiers for their annual march on October 13th, 2025, as they march on to Nationwide Arena to cheer on the Blue Jackets. So, now, Heartsy did want to talk about some hockey jersey concepts that he's seen with the Blue Jackets. So, he's been wanting to talk about this for a bit now, and he hasn't been able to come on recently until now, but he's on, and this is his chance to do it. So we're going to go through some hockey jersey concepts for the Blue Jackets, and Heartsy's going to talk about them.
Yes, I spammed Kevin's Instagram with Blue Jackets jersey concepts, and I did not stop until Kevin agreed to talk about it on the show. So we're probably going to do that.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Heartsy did send me a lot on Instagram, so that's why we're doing that. But anyways, here's the first one. So, right. Heartsy, so start talking, Heartsy.
Yes.
Yeah, describe for our audio listeners a little bit about it.
Oh man. Okay. This one's from Carter Richard Designs on Instagram. This is a NHL recolored series that he did, and this one is from the Blue Jackets. It is a basically a recolored version of the alternate jerseys, the third jerseys. It also includes the Stadium Series cannon on the crest, and he says here that the jackets recolored simply promotes steel blue to become the primary. He went with the Stadium Series cannon logo on the front as well. So, me personally, uh, I I like this one. I feel like the absence of the cream colored from the usual third jersey is pretty nice, and you know that's really all I got to say. I think it's a pretty nice looking jersey.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to imagine the Jackets using it, like wearing these in a game.
Well, I
And
could see that.
you can see them doing that.
Well, here's why. Because they had the only reason I could see them doing this is because I've been to the Blue Jackets store and I have seen them sell stuff where using that light shade of blue, like T-shirts and a bunch of other stuff like that. I've seen them do it, and also when the Blue Jackets have had a kids takeover game, they had a light blue jersey with the Blue Jackets logo on it, and then the numbers were dark blue outlined in red. Also, this past season, the Blue Jackets had a practice jersey that they wore a lot, which was a light blue, and it had the logo on it. And that light blue jersey was probably the most popular practice jersey of all time from a Blue Jackets perspective, because anytime the Blue Jackets would post pictures from practice, they would be wearing that light blue jersey, and you'd see the comments from Blue Jackets fans, and people would be like, "That's an awesome jersey. I want it. Where can I get it?" Sort of thing. So that's why, in my opinion, I think I could see the Blue Jackets doing something like that. I personally do like this jersey concept. It's something unique. It's something different. I've seen like one other jersey concept where someone is using like the lighter shade of blue in the third jersey as the main color, and I like it. And the cannon from the outdoor game jersey, I like that. And then it uses the regular third jersey cannon as the shoulder patch, a little light blue, white numbers outlined in the silver, and then a little silver, a little white, a little dark blue. Overall, I like this. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this. I do like what you mentioned earlier too, Hartsy, in that like the cream color is not present in this. I'm a big fan of the third jersey and the third jersey colors. However, I do think that this just makes everything the blue seem brighter, with having the white next to it as well. It really helps bring out that silver a little bit too. Big fan of the silver. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good jersey, especially. I was a little bit curious though about how they have the C next to the 24, because
Yes.
24 Matthew Olivier.
Yeah.
Yes. Matthew Olivier with the C on it.
Yeah, dude's got the qualities. I don't know,
I was gonna say him as captain would be insane.
That'd be dope. He'd probably have to settle down a little bit. It's kind of how Brad Marchand did in Boston, right? Once he became captain, he was still the rat. He was still annoying, but he wasn't quite as he didn't start as much shit.
Right. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Then he went to Florida and became way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like it.
That's the bad.
Oh, Richard. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Oh, Carter Richard Designs. Okay. So that's this guy's. He just put his own name on it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I was curious about that. Cannon patches on the shoulders. I like that. I mean, there is a cannon patch on the very front of the jersey, so maybe Kevy patches would have been cool, like the Union blue. You wouldn't have had to have any red in there. I like the absence of red.
Yeah.
I gotta say that. So
Yeah.
that's about all I got to say about it.
Let's see. This guy did a white version of this too, so I think that's cool. Archie, what do you got to say here?
I'm gonna be honest. When I sent you this, I completely forgot about the white one. Between that, when I sent you this and now, but this one is also nice. It's kind of giving Winnipeg Jets though.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's giving Jets
away.
vibes. Yeah, it's giving Jets vibes. But this one's clean. I would spend $250 Fanatics on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind. It's Fanatics.
But I like this. It's different. A white jersey using the third jersey colors minus the cream, and the obviously the outdoor game logo and the Cannon shoulder patch from the third jersey. Your striping is the light blue, the silver, the dark blue. The Cannon logo really stands out here on the white. I like that. I do like the light blue outlined in silver. For me personally, it's just a minor nitpick. Not the end of the world, but I wonder what it'd be if you had dark blue numbers outlined in light blue. That's just me though. But otherwise, I like this.
I think that'd be cool with dark blue numbers. Yeah. Because the light blue is nice, it's very nice. On this one though, I'd like it a bit more as just the accent color, and there's not too much of the navy blue in there. They have it as a shading in the can. But can you show me the back side of this?
Yeah.
And I just wish. I think you hit the nail on the head with the dark blue. That would be nice. Just seems like a lot of light blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad.
It's still good. All right.
Would you give Fanatics $250 for that?
$250. For a away jersey.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're charging.
It's not
really.
It's not even that at the Blue Jacket store.
I know. I thought it was like 180 or something like that for the lower end kind of ones. I don't know. I haven't bought a jersey since for a year or two. Just didn't have extra funds last.
180
year.
is a steal. They charge $199 at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Wells Fargo Center for a jersey.
Yeah, my buddy picked up a jersey there one night. I forget whose he got, but it was there at a game he got one. I think it was on sale. I think it might have been someone who was traded or something like that.
Yeah.
But he got it for a really good price.
Yeah. All right. On to the next one. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. So Artsy sent this one. So what you thinking here, Artsy? Why'd you send this to me?
Oh, well. Well, obviously, so we can talk about it on the show. No, these are also by the same person, Carter Richard. These are from the Ideal NHL 2024-2025. So obviously, this is from last season.
Yeah.
But these are more American than any Jackets jersey I've ever seen with the red and white stripes.
Yeah.
And I like this one more than the steel blue ones, the light blue ones, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I agree.
I would also spend $200 Fanatics for this.
Yeah.
I would for the novelty of it. I think it'd be really cool for I'm actually kind of a big fan of this. The stripes on it, so just to describe it a little bit for the audio crowd out there, it's the Blue Jackets' normal colors, red, white, and blue, with the regular logo, the C and the star in the center of the chest. The stripes around the elbows, though, it has alternating red, red stripes in kind of a slanted fashion on the sleeves, around the elbows. And then it's got the same red, white, red. So it's the same stripes that are from the Ohio flag. You notice the Ohio flag's top and bottom stripes. It's got 5 stripes, and the top and bottom.
I see it. I understand. I see it.
Yeah. That's kind of where they get that from. And personally, like, I think it's pretty dope. I mean, this feels more like an Olympic style jersey.
I could see Team USA wearing this, honestly, like during, like in the Olympics.
American flag, yeah.
Yeah, I can see Team USA if it said like USA across or had like the USA hockey logo on it. I would get that.
Yeah. I like this. This is a cool hockey jersey concept for the Blue Jackets. You know, I like this shape. I like this shade of dark blue that Carter Richard used, and I do like the striping based off of the state flag of Ohio. The collar, I like that with the blue and the red. They did change the cannon logo to really feature more red, and there's really not any blue on that, so that's different.
I didn't notice that. It is red instead of blue.
So
up on like the ribbon above it, yeah.
So like that's different. So I like that. You know, this is the back.
Nice. I like it. I mean,
I do like the back too.
it's similar to how it like already is with the red around the lettering, the white
Yeah.
letters and not.
Yes. So I like
It is like that, yeah.
Let's see. So white version.
Ooh.
I don't know about this one.
I'm not as big of a fan of this one as to describe it to the audio listeners. So it's the same stripes on the waist and the elbows like before, but the jersey's white and the lettering is dark union blue with a red outline on it.
Yeah.
And just to add, so the striping is similar, except for they've added a union blue stripe at the top and the bottom of all the 5 red, white stripes. And yeah. I really, maybe if the letters weren't dark blue, because like that dark blue red right next to each other is not a fan. Not in the middle of white.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that part.
It's too much red for me. For a team named the Blue Jackets, there's too much red.
Yeah.
It's just I like the idea of having the state flag of Ohio stripes, but on a white jersey, it's too much red. Like that shouldn't be there. Like you want to have a striping pattern, blue's got to be the main color there. I do like the blue numbers outlined in red on the white. The red on the white on the cannon does stand out, but that should be blue. I do like the collar. This one's okay though.
Yeah, it also gives a lot. It also gives Team USA vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Four
for sure.
Nations style.
Let's see.
I'm not entirely against. It's just, you know.
That's the back.
Yeah, the red just, it's kind of like next to the blue there in the middle of the white, it's just a bit bright for me personally. I would rather have seen white letters with a blue outline, maybe, because they put the little blue outline on either side of the striping. But that's just a personal choice, just having them next to each other.
You know what I think? I think if there was like a little bit of separation between the red and the blue, you know, the outline and the normal number, that would make this way clean. That would make it way
nice.
It's still a nice jersey. It's not too bad. It's better than anything I could ever whip together. I'll tell you that much. If I ever made jersey concepts.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay.
Now, let's talk about this one.
Geez.
Let's talk about this one, Kevin. You want to go first?
Okay, okay, Hartsy. This is your idea to do this stuff. So get in.
Obviously, this is sort of like a what would I say? Like it's also like the third jersey, but instead of light blue, dark blue, cream, silver, it's it's stinger green, red, white, and blue, and it uses the original Jackets logo. white
Like the flag is
numbers.
Poland in it.
It's I like this. I like this. I always be a Stinger green enthusiast, and you cannot stop me from being one.
No, it's just I will say this though, the greenish / yellow does help make the logo stand out more and pop, and I like that. But other than that, it just I don't know about this. It just
You know,
I don't know. And I look at the collar and the numbers and the captain's patch, and I say, that's Calgary Flames, not Blue Jackets.
I could see that. Yeah, this one is just really rough on the eyes. It's the red right next to the neon green, and it has the striping so weird too on the elbows and the waist. It's like bright stinger green, red, and the white stripe is like extra long. It's like the width of two of the red stripes, and then it's another red stripe, and then it's a bright neon yellow stripe. So I don't know about this one, y'all. I like that
you know,
you tried. Can I see the back of this yet too?
Yeah.
So the lettering too, it's outlined. Oh, just the red next to the green. That's so harsh. Like, this,
oh my,
I like that in the on the right, Carter Richard Designs, the guy who does these concepts. He says no AI was used in the making of this design. I don't know, man. I would have said the computer fucked up. I like a lot of the other ones, but this one's just a little bit much.
You know,
Yeah.
I think you're not giving it enough credit, and I think that we should use THG logic and say that it is so ugly that it is good.
I thought that was like a new kind of weed or something you were talking about first. The hockey guy, for those of you out there not know. He's awesome.
Yeah, I do
I love the hockey guy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Let's see here.
Oh yes, this one.
Oh, shit.
This one is Columbus chill theme.
Dude, these are so sick.
Yes, it is. It is absolute flames. Even though it is the chill, it's fire.
It is. But no, the Chill is the team that really helped get the Blue Jackets to Columbus. A positive momentum that sparked that, and it helped give people, extra motivation to get a hockey team to come to Columbus and to fight against the Columbus media and the state government of Ohio and Ohio State, who at the time didn't want the Blue Jackets to come to Columbus. So the Chill will always be an important part of Columbus hockey history. So I do like this. This is a good jersey. I do like this.
Yes, I think once I figured out about the Columbus chill, I feel like I always said, man, those are some nice jerseys. I always thought that they were nice jerseys. The chill had nice jerseys. I don't think they ever had a black one though.
Yeah, because at that point in time, I believe the white jerseys were the home.
Yes.
Well, like the lighter.
Oh
jerseys.
no, they did. No, they had black jerseys.
Did they?
No, they had black jerseys, and it's kind of like it's kind of like this one with the. What do I say? How do I describe the Columbus chill jerseys?
So I'll describe these ones for the audio listeners real quick. So it's a mostly black jersey. Now the shoulders, the elbows, and around the waist are white stripes. And in those white stripes, if you're familiar with the original Columbus Chill logo, it had these spiky lines through it, really even lines coming in from the top left corner, in front of the word chill. And they have those kind of spiky lines across the top, the bottom, and the elbows, and that's what's drawing me to this a lot. It's kind of funny. I mean, honestly, I listen to a lot of different types of like heavy metal music and stuff like that, and it just reminds me of some like Norwegian black metal band or something. Oh, cool. I would wear this. I'd buy this like real quick.
Yeah, I would. I'd give Fanatics $250 for that.
Yeah, it's good. I like this. All right, on to the next one.
I sent out. Listen. Now this one.
Yeah.
This one is from CD24, and these are Columbus Blue Jackets City Edition jerseys. So you know, like how the MLB does City Edition jerseys. This is
Yeah,
basically
City Connects. Yeah,
City Edition, City Connect, same thing.
that's what they call. I don't know. That's what they call it in Cleveland. I don't know if it's different anywhere else. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to confuse. I'm just.
but yes, I will say they have the little Ohio flag within the collar.
Yep.
If you can notice that. Another thing that the hockey guy says is that what's the point if you can't see it? And I don't know how to describe this. I feel like this one kind of reminds me of the stadium jerseys in a way, but these are from like 2020. By the way, but it kind of does remind me.
That's all right. It's got some St. Louis Blues vibes to it, just because. The whole jersey's like a Union blue, like a darker blue color. It's got a slightly lighter blue, but not as light as the third jersey blue. And it does have the cream color. Now, instead of silver, well, it has a little bit of silver in here, but you pretty much, instead of like any sort of red striping or any sort of thing like that, there is gold, which is, in my opinion, underrated as a Blue Jackets color, because if you look at the kepi, the traditional Union blue kepi, it very often time has a gold insignia in the middle of it. There was gold buttons, there was gold other things in their uniform.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, this is just too much like the St. Louis Blues. But it's got like chevrons on the kind of like between the shoulder and elbow. And those are cool. I think it'd be cooler if those were like gold. But you're right, Hartsy, that's and with the cannon on the front. This is from 2020.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looks kind of like the Stadium Series.
It looks, because they in 2020, and they already had this person had singled out the cannon for the logo like this.
This is in the middle of the shortened season. The season was like suspended. 2020, yeah.
Huh. I mean, it's cool. I love the stadium jerseys, so I.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Are you a fan of the number on the shoulders? Florida's like how the Panthers do the
A little bit more
shoulders.
forward. It's, I kind of, yeah, because I feel like none of the other patches would necessarily like fit as well with this, because there's no visible red. The red's in the collar and the flag, like in the inside of the collar. So, yeah, I can kind of dig that.
Yeah. I like this because you're using parts of the city flag of Columbus, because that's where like the yellow comes from, and I do like the right there, and I like the Ohio flag in the collar, a little fun hidden Easter egg. The cannon logo, that's cool. I really like the chevrons. I do like, the numbers of that cream outlined in light blue. I like that. That helps it really stand out on the dark blue. The captain's patch, I like that. So this is cool. I like this. So that's the back.
I think it says Felino on the back. Oh, they have descriptions on it.
Well, okay, so it says Columbus, the Blue Jackets City Edition jersey is based off of the state's role in outfitting and fighting for the Union Army in the Civil War, which is also how the Blue Jackets chose their name. Their jersey uses the colors from the soldiers' uniforms, which are similar to the Jackets' alternates. See, I like this. I really do. That the designer CD 24 design really went deep on this and really used the Blue Jackets Civil War theme. I really like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if intentional or not, the inspiration for the Outdoor jerseys, man. It's just
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it's pretty close.
Oh,
But
That's pretty. I'd give Fanatics my money for that one.
yeah,
oh shoot, we missed some comments on what I forget. I'm not quite sure which jersey he was talking about here, but we have Charles Stanforth on Twitter. It says he didn't like the striping. Other than that, I like make this one our third jersey immediately. He may have been with the striping. That might have been the red and white stripes one.
yeah.
I'm
The
not sure.
red, white, and Union blue.
Okay, Charles, if you're still watching this, you're going to have to clarify here about what jersey you're talking about, and we'll put your comment up on the screen.
I'll watch better.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We were so locked in on the conversation.
yeah. But Hartsey, what do you really think about this guy really going deep dive using the Blue Jackets Civil War theme here?
I think he knocked it out of the park. The captain patch, where it physically says captain right there, is.
Yeah.
I think that one's. I've seen some people do that, but I never really saw the appeal behind doing that, where it just spells out captain in full. But
Well, I think is that more like the military ranks that they would have had.
Yeah.
Charles, it again. This one right here, he says this one should be the third jersey.
So,
and you know what? I agree with him.
Yeah,
the one with the red stripe, I didn't like that one that you have on stream right now. I really like it. It should be our third jersey. Yeah, I could see that. I agree with that. I agree with that. So good. I like this. I agree with you there, Charles. So I agree with that.
Oh, what's the next one?
Is there this one might be a couple more details. Yeah, there you go. You can see the Ohio flag.
I like that. See, okay, I really like the captain now because it's the dark blue letters on the cream and then it's outlined in light blue. I really like that.
Yeah.
You can really see the yellow pop there. The chevrons, I really like that.
And I think the yellow has a sheen to it, like how the silver does. Like the silver is like actually shiny.
Yeah.
This is like the gold is like shiny there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So I like that. Okay, and then he's doing the Devils next, but anyways. Okay.
Yeah, we don't care about the Devils on this one.
No, we're not. We don't. Oh, Hartsey.
There's another one that CD24 did. Yes. The Return of Red. This one's from August 2020. Now, I don't know if this was before or Kevin, I think you already commented on this one. I can see a comment from Union Soldiers.
261 weeks from Union Soldiers. You can see it right there.
I can see it right there.
Blue jackets, not red jackets. Blue has to be main color for blue jackets.
That's true.
Now, was this before they announced the reverse retros, like the first round of them?
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. I will always like those reverse retros.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to any Blue Jackets fan watching this, and you can banish me from this pod, but I will.
No. We won't kick you off. We'll just say that you're wrong and just kind of look down upon it.
Kevin won't kick you off. I'm just playing. Charles Stanford says that looks like something that they would roll out for like kids' night or something. Yeah, like real bright primary colors. Yeah.
I get that. If you replace this and slap the Capitals logo on this, you would think it was a Capitals concept.
Yeah.
But it's
I actually would mind that a lot less too. Because red, white, and blue, it's like red's a big part of them being
their thing.
Yeah, no, Hartsey's right. I did make that comment back in 2020. Columbus.
This is
Columbus.
ancient.
Yeah. Columbus blue, and the word blue is in capital letters. Jackets, not red jackets. Blue has to be the main color of the Blue Jackets jersey. So yeah, I did make that comment. I will say this though. it's still red, and that's like, no, blue needs to be the main color. Having said that, this one is way better than what they did with the retro jersey, because this one is not a ripoff of a Capitals jersey, and this one actually has a lot of blue on it.
Actually has some blue. Yeah.
Yes, it actually has some blue on it. So, like, this one is still not good, but more acceptable.
And at least the Redcoats was a totally different war than the
I was
Union
gonna
Blue.
say we don't have to worry about any Confederacy propaganda here. So I would still, I would order these. I would, if I found this jersey at like Burlington or Ross, I would pick it up.
Yeah. No. Anyways, next one. Oh wait, Arts. Okay, so this is the same jersey, but instead he gave it the full look with the pants and everything.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Also, it says,
Oh yeah,
we fight, we march.
In the state of Ohio in it. So.
Yes, and he moved the captain's patch to the shoulder.
Okay, you know what? I can
put a
get
C there.
I can get behind this. I like this.
This one also has more of like a glittery type shine to it. It kind of reminds me of Vegas.
Yeah. That's essentially what people said about the Blue Jackets outdoor game with the silver chevrons. Like, oh, they did like the Vegas thing instead of like, shiny bright yellow. It's shiny bright silver.
LA Kings did something like that actually with one of their third jerseys. You remember when they had those chrome dome helmets?
Yeah.
They did this shiny silver with that too.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh God, that's
awful. My!
That's awful. Oh no! Oh no!
Yes.
If it was pure white, it would probably be better. But with the cream
Yes.
color and gold on it, oof, it just looks like someone pissed on it and washed it.
Oh no! No,
I'm a fan of
no.
No,
I don't like this.
Directly from the Civil War.
Oh no! I just no.
that's a nice start.
Oh no!
In Heartsy's opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have questionable jersey choices with the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, for the red.
It's different. There's nothing. It's different. It's different.
There's
nothing wrong
lining around the chevrons.
Okay.
It gives winter classic vibes. You know what I mean?
Okay. I agree with that, Heartsy. But, Blue Jackets.
Charles, come on. That's a good. That you can't. Come on. That's not terrible. There's worse jersey concepts.
Okay.
And it's just shocking with how good the other one was, and then how like stark contrast. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Is there a third?
Yeah. So like, it's too. Blue needs to be the main color, and it's too much like vintage white cream. I will say this though, the numbers in the captain's patch, that stands out. I do like it, the dark blue with the light blue. But just otherwise, it's too much. Like, why are we having that kind of colored helmet and just the socks? And just no. Let's just settle down.
Now, if that helmet was blue, it'd be cool. I feel like the cream colored helmet is not.
But as an away jersey, that's a hard sell though too. Just trying to. Because the other one's obviously going to be the home. It's going to have to be away, and there's
make this white.
If it was just pure white, not cream colored, I think
I'm going to be on. Yeah, you're right.
Make this white, and this is way more acceptable.
Let's see if there's a third.
Okay, let's see here. Okay. Way better.
This one's better.
This is way better. I like this. I like the dark shade of blue, the Blue Jackets jersey, the numbers in the captain's patch outlined in white numbers outlined in red. The same "We Fight, We March, Ohio" in the shoulder, in the collar, the stars as a shoulder patch, and the striping is cool. The state of Ohio. on the bottom
Yeah,
of the jersey. I like the cannon on the pants and everything. This is way better.
Yeah. The star patches on the shoulders are cool. I really like them using the 5 stripes from the Ohio flag.
Yeah.
However, the Ohio flag is represented on the waist. So like there's a triangular piece like of the flag on the waist and then it goes into the stripes. Like it would have been cool with just the stripes. Like, the flag's already on there once. Not like a big deal, it's kind of like a little bit of a nitpick, but these are awesome. I like these a lot. Charles
Lance,
Stamp.
you can never
We also
have
asked
too much
about,
Ohio propaganda.
the ones that Columbus Clippers are doing for their CBJ night. Yeah, we mentioned that a little bit earlier in the episode. We haven't showed it or anything. Maybe
we
we'll
will.
find
We will.
pictures. Yeah,
We will.
I'll bring it up here in a while.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Speaking of like really using Ohio theme.
Okay.
This is
I get what they're trying to go here. I'll explain this a little bit for the audio listeners, then we'll talk about this. Whole jersey is Union blue. Union blue. Now around the waist is a single red stripe, and around the elbows it's those 5 red and white stripes that we talked about with the flag. Now this one also has the cannon patches on the shoulder with the red banner instead of the blue banner. Now, the thing that is the biggest thing about this jersey that's different is they have the Ohio flag almost like a sash going from the top of the right pectoral down to like past the belly button a bit. What I wish they would have done with this is got rid of the shoulder patch and gone from the shoulder all the way across the front like a sash all the way to the bottom of the jersey and just done like a big stripe. Like, because I've seen like other jerseys, I forget who it was like a red jersey with like a white stripe in the middle going around with like the name in the middle of that then or something. But
it could have been Detroit doing
yeah,
something
I think you're right.
I think it was Detroit too. It was a Winter Classic that they did.
It was like at the angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of how the flag is now. It just seems like it was just like kind of thrown in there.
He said he just copy pasted it from Google.
Well, like, it could have been stripping down even too. That would have been neat. Like starting from the top and like just something like that.
Yeah.
Just ends in a weird place. It seems odd.
Yeah. It looks very roller hockey-ish.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of roller hockey, so I would buy this. I would buy this.
Let's see here.
Right, Charles is kind of bringing up my point here too.
So first, I want to put this out there. I'm assuming
I've put this up already.
He's talking about the cream jerseys.
Yeah. Okay. So he's okay. So Charles talking about the cream. I get that. Okay. Then he says, "Hang on a second. Have you seen the ones
I brought this one up already
doing?" Yep. Okay. Fire emoji.
This is the last one.
And he says, I think if we're going to do something like this, I would use the whole flag as a jersey.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying too. It's like just seems like it's just a little flag for a big jersey.
Yeah. All right.
There's a little message in the color there that says it has an old map of it says here in the description the color has an old map of Columbus with established 1803, the year Ohio was founded. Which
that's cool. All right, let's see.
Ohio propaganda, we love it.
It's true. Okay, see. Okay, I can get behind.
Here we go.
I can get behind this. Artsy, what you thinking there?
This one is a little reverse retro prototype that apparently. This was a concept again by CD24. Reverse retro, based off of a reverse retro prototype jersey that never was actually used. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they definitely did have it. I've seen it. It's a reverse retro that was never saw the light of day. I took it up here and Google it.
Right.
Because, or no, it's not a reverse retro prototype. It's just a Jackets prototype jersey.
Yeah. I could get behind.
I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I've seen similar ideas, but I could get behind this. It's the light blue. I like that. the logo really pops and stands out on the light blue, and then the little white with the dark blue shoulders, I like that, and the chevrons on it, I like that. Numbers are white outlined in blue. I really like this. I do. This is what they should have done for the reverse retro, the first one. You want to throw back to the original jersey, you do something like this, where blue is still the main color and not use a red rip-off Capitals jersey. You should have done something
Or
like
bright neon green, bright stinger green.
Oh, no.
Kevin hates. I don't know what your vendetta is against stinger green.
No.
That's actually the only minor nitpick I have about this is that the stinger patches on the shoulders, like I would love that for maybe like, a kids' night jersey or something like that. And the old school classic logo, I've just never really been the biggest fan of. It's okay, but in this situation, putting even just the original logo would be cool, but then also the cannon would have been cool here too.
Yeah.
But overall, I like this one. I wouldn't on the leg for it, but
it is a reverse retro like concept too. So like
that's true.
Kevin, I did send you that prototype jersey on Discord if you wanted to see that.
Okay.
Charles Stanford says that he's kind of a sucker, just a sucker for the old CBJ logo. Right on. I get that. And like especially too, it's not just like if people just like how it looks or not. It's nostalgic at this point. It's the OG,
I think they should do a throwback, like that. I think it would sell. See, there it is. That's the prototype that I was talking about. That's the prototype that the Jackets never really used.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I could get behind that. I like that.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see here. Anything?
There it is. NHL 10,000 years, 1,000 years later.
This.
Bro.
This is from.
Okay.
Okay, hear me out. Listen.
Appropriate use of stinger green.
Listen,
for what?
This is.
Don't put it next to blue and red. Please don't put it next to blue and red. God.
This is there's no red in this. That's the thing.
So this is a ripoff of the All-Stars construction worker jerseys. The neon green.
NHL 2031. So the future. I'm not making it till then.
3021.
3021. Futurama Columbus Blue Jackets jersey.
I low key I like this a lot. All black, and so Stinger logo in the middle is like black and white except for just the green of the Stinger, like his like mouth and face, and then it's got the neon green, like the Stinger green, striping, like chevron striping on the shoulders, like above the elbow. Same striping on the shin guards, and it has a Stinger logo on the pants yet too, and then. To cap it all off, it has bright neon Stinger green skates.
I didn't even notice those. I completely.
The visor tinted on the helmet is a little green, and then it's got the. I don't know. I
think this jersey is literally glowing. Like.
Yeah. I don't like this shade of dark blue.
The dark blue, I thought it was black.
Yeah, I don't like this dark. I don't like this shade of dark blue, and the green is goofy.
I wish it was just black.
It's just
agreed.
I'm sorry. The green is goofy. I don't like this shade of dark blue. It just It's I don't know. We're moving on with this one.
You wouldn't give Fanatics your money for that?
No. Let's see here. Okay, next up.
I sent a lot of guys. I sent a lot of jerseys to Kevin. I sent a lot.
Stinger redesign for something. I don't know if anyone's seen it. This is when Stinger's holding the machine gun. He's got an actual Stinger.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
Heartsy, what you?
This one is from DM Graphic Design. This is another city edition, like jersey,
Yeah.
and this is kind of it kind of reminds me of that prototype that we were talking about with the chevron and the shades of blue. Different cannon this time,
Gold
by the
in
way.
it.
Yeah.
And it has gold in it again, and there's an Ohio flag in the collar.
Yeah.
Which again, you're not going to see it if you're wearing it. But
It has a dark blue and a slightly lighter blue. It's not like the dark blue and like the light blue of the third jersey, but it's like a slightly lighter blue and like a darker navy blue.
Yeah.
Like randomly kind of throughout it.
Yeah.
some of the dark blue kind of gets lost in it too. Like I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
lose some of the dark blue. Maybe that's just the way that the jersey was. Maybe that's the way the template was made. And
Yeah. I don't hate it, but that cannon logo also doesn't. It just looks wimpy.
it's
Like-
a limp. It's a limp cannon.
Wimpy.
I,
It looks like a toy, like a circus cannon.
Yeah, like a little toy cannon from like
Yeah.
Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is okay. It's just the shades of blue kind of looks off. I do like the Ohio flag in the middle. The Canon logo is okay. You know, the chevrons are cool. The numbers it's okay. You know.
Drew
don't
Martin, that's who this guy
and
is.
a lot
Drew
of things,
Martin.
but
So like, and it says up here in the corner, directly inspired by the uniforms worn by the Union Army in the Civil War, this jersey represents the team's namesake. So, you know, that's cool. I like it. You know, it's okay for me. You know. Anyways, let's see here.
This should be.
this is a Caps ripoff, isn't it?
It's. So trust me,
Oh.
it's not. This is another one from Drew Martin
This one's
that
better.
uses the This one uses
San Jose ripoff?
it's more of a. This is a whole rebrand. So the home, away, alternate, fourth. So obviously you got the stars. I think that's that one. Those are nice. This is like a light blue, kind of like from the third, and it's also like a dark blue too. It's also got this. It is kind of San Jose Sharkish, but
Charles agrees with me. He
Yeah.
says I get San Jose Shark vibes. It's the colored blue. It's like it's more blue than it is teal, but it's
Yeah.
almost leaning towards that Sharks color.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's for true. I like it. I listen. This is another one of those Ross Burlington jerseys that I would buy. That's what.
Like, I wish I had a white. This is so weird and kind of picky. I wish I had the white and dark stripes like around the cuffs too. I think it just seems kind of weird how it just ends and it's like up against the light blue background too. I'm gonna nitpick here a little bit too. The dark blue it's fine. I mean, it could have just been black too, and I wouldn't really be able to tell much of a difference or care. But in the logo in the middle, it's once again, it's using that kind of like cannon that was in the last one that I didn't care for. But besides that, in the banner, so it's like a dark blue banner with light blue lettering with a white outline around it, very light. And I just think that they could have just left the lettering white. It just doesn't read well far away. I don't think that I could read that from 20, 30 feet away.
I'm backing away from my monitor just so I can prove your point. and I agree.
What do you think, Kevin?
I like this one better. I like that light shade of blue. It goes better with the dark blue. The stars on the sleeves. The Canon logo looks better. The chevrons, the Ohio flag. I like this. I do. It's better.
All right, now that's the home jersey. This is the away jersey.
Okay, I really like
that than the other version, the home one.
Yeah.
You remember the first one, the first white jersey with the predominantly light blue that I said gave Winnipeg Jets vibes?
Yeah.
This is it's happening again with this one.
Yeah.
I can see that a bit.
If it had silver in it, and yeah, again, if you slap the Jets logo on it, I wouldn't be able to tell. As a matter of fact, if I back away from my monitor again, it kind of looks like a Jets logo. But this one is also it is nice. I like this one. This one's good.
So I like this one. It's I do the white. I really do like the white. This logo really stands out. The dark blue and the light blue stands out. I like the dark blue shoulders, the chevrons, the star on the sleeves, the light blue collar. Like I really like this, and then the light blue outlined in dark blue. Like I really like this.
Yeah, I'm a
All
fan. Once again, I'm just gonna nitpick. Look on the last one, just the logo in the middle has those blue letters. I'm not a fan of, but other than that, this is cool. I love actually the white stars on the shoulders too.
Yeah.
They're kind of like nautical stars, which, they're the Olentangy is in Columbus, and I don't know if there was any sort of boats in use for certain things, but it's not too far off from being somewhat nautical.
Oh, let's see here. Oh no.
Oh,
No.
my,
No.
my! Here
Vibe.
we go again.
Actually,
No.
This is the bold jersey that Drew Martin did, which
go ahead and
I
describe
mean,
it for the audio listeners, if you would, please.
it's so it is. It is a dark blue Jackets jersey with what's the word? Diagonal double neon stripes across the jersey behind
Like
the
almost yellow.
it is almost yellow. If I squint my eyes a little bit, it kind of looks crew vibes. It gives
Crew.
a little crew vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like that would make sense with like a city kind of connected thing, or like
Yeah. There's the collar. It says "Earn your stripes," which I don't. Do you guys know what that means? Because
No.
I don't.
you gotta earn your stripes. Yeah, like to rank up, you gotta earn it. Pretty much. So it's
Military.
Yeah. Just another little military theme thing.
Kevin,
Kevin,
tell the people how much you love this jersey.
Okay, now you're being silly, Artsy. I'll say that this is definitely, if I had to say, this is definitely the best of the, I guess, Stinger themed jerseys, but it's still no.
It's not too much Stinger green,
Yes,
but
yes.
it's enough to piss you off.
Yeah. So it does look better, but it's still no, and I don't like this shade of dark blue.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that shade either.
This is the mix-up jersey that you were just on here. Now this one is based off of a team called the Columbus Checkers, apparently, who were the first pro hockey team to play in Columbus. This is my first time hearing about the Columbus Checkers.
Yeah, I don't really know much about them.
Kevin, any knowledge?
Yeah, so they were there years ago in, like, I want to say like the 60s. And then they eventually went away. And then in like the 90s, the chill came. And then eventually the Blue Jackets. So the Checkers are part of Columbus history. So that's what this jersey does. And
So
I will
fall back to the
like where the A is the alternate captain. It's like
yes.
There.
It's okay. I do like the colors, the light blue and the red. But it's just like the light blue just doesn't look as good on the white though. So,
it's giving Chicago vibes.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like old school Cap vibes.
Yeah.
cap a little bit.
Yeah.
And part of it was just a big C, and it being that kind of different type of blue. It's like a lighter blue instead of a darker blue on it. But
All right. So that's okay. So let's see. That is it.
That's the last one.
Yeah, that's the
last one.
Okay.
Thank goodness it's over. No.
All right.
yeah,
So
I was kind of waiting for that for a minute.
yeah.
We've been going over a couple here and there, but
We've reached the hour mark.
Yeah. Okay. So
Which one was your favorite out of all of them?
that's so hard to remember.
I did send 15
Expect to
million.
remember all of
yeah, that's for sure.
I'll
My
give-
favorite is the Stinger green one.
All right.
I really
Okay.
like the one with the gold striping in it, with the Canon logo on the front. The blue one, the dark one, not the cream colored one. I really liked that one a lot.
Yeah. All right.
But-
So all right. So we had some fun there with Hartsy's little jersey concept segment
much.
for the Blue Jackets. Now we got to get to basically the real main part of our show for today's show, which is talking about Johnny Gaudreau and some of our favorite Sean Monahan moments. So recently, this past Friday, August 29th, marked the 1 year of Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew Gaudreau unfortunately dying due to a stupid, idiotic drunk driver who thought it was a good idea to drunk drive. Hint, it's not a good idea to drunk drive. Don't do that. And it's now officially more than 1 year since that's happened. And, we have to make a mention of that on the show and just have a little Johnny Gaudreau talk, because what has happened in the over 1 year since that has happened? Well, the Blue Jackets had a tribute for Johnny Gaudreau at their home opener, a little 13 banner up in the rafters at Blue Jackets games. They had a little pregame tribute to him at their home opener. They had a lot of Johnny Gaudreau's family there to be there at the game. They dropped the puck, a little ceremonial puck drop, and they at that particular game, the giveaway was a Johnny Gaudreau patch. It was his number 13. It was a dark blue patch with white numbers outlined in red. That you could have gotten that if you were at that game. I was at that game, and I got it. I have that 13 patch in my room. Yep, that's exactly it right there. What Hefty Duck has there up on the screen, that's what the patch was that you got if you were at the Blue Jackets home opener. And that's one of my favorite things I've gotten at a Blue Jackets game recently. And to this day, I always have it in my room. I'm looking at it. So there's that. And then all season long, the Blue Jackets had a number 13 patch on their jerseys for every game that they played in. And depending on the jersey. So for the home jersey, it was the one that Hefty Duck showed, which is the white numbers outlined in red. And then for the third jersey, it was silver numbers outlined in the cream. No, it was the cream numbers outlined in silver on the jersey to match the Blue Jackets' third jersey colors. And the Blue Jackets all season long, they had a number 13 as their profile picture in all social media platforms to honor Johnny Gaudreau. And even when the news happened before the Blue Jackets outdoor game in the month of September, the Blue Jackets had a tribute to Johnny Gaudreau, a little funeral / candlelight vigil, where if you were in the Columbus area, you could show up that day, hang out outside a Nationwide Arena, pay your respects, and then Bob McCall, he was there. He said something. And then the Blue Jackets players, they said something about Johnny Gaudreau. And, a little thoughts, a little prayers. A big crowd showed up that day. Great to see the support that Johnny Gaudreau and his brother, Matthew Gaudreau, got. Also good to see all the support that the Blue Jackets got that day. And people were there laying down flowers by the door and hockey sticks and Blue Jackets jerseys and a whole bunch of stuff. That was really nicely put together, and people were there with their own candles, holding up candles. Really nicely put together event. And then just about any time the Blue Jackets had an away game, there was some sort of tribute to Johnny Gaudreau there to show a sign of respect and sympathy, and we're sorry for your loss, Blue Jackets. So that was cool. And one last thing I'll say for now, and I'll hand it off to Hefty Buck and Hartsey, is that there was from a hockey standpoint, before the season started, when this unfortunately happened, there was a oh crap moment. What are we going to do? You don't have one of your best players. You don't have that anymore. What are you going to do? That was a huge blow to the Blue Jackets strategically from a hockey standpoint. And it will always be like that way, unfortunately, because Johnny Gaudreau is the best of the best, one of the best hockey players out there that have ever played, not just in hockey, but also for the Blue Jackets. Johnny Gaudreau did everything: offense, defense, power play, penalty killing, blocked shots, really smart passing hockey IQ, good at shooting the puck, scoring goals, just everything you could have wanted from a hockey player. That was Johnny Gaudreau. And to go into that season where you have a oh crap moment, what are we going to do now that we don't have Johnny Gaudreau? That was what are we going to do? And that is something that could have synced the Blue Jackets. It could have screwed them. And if that happened, it would have sucked. But people would have been like, yeah, that sucks that you don't have Johnny Gaudreau and your season isn't doing very good. But I get it. People would have looked the other way. They really wouldn't have said anything. They really wouldn't have made fun of the Blue Jackets, because if a team's not doing very good, people make fun of a team, but they wouldn't have done that to the Blue Jackets if something like that happened. However, though, that didn't happen. The Blue Jackets, to their credit, handled this situation with dignity, with class, with honor. They handled it correctly. So good. And if anything, they used this very unfortunate situation as a rallying cry, as a rah, 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 let's go, let's do it for Johnny Gaudreau sort of thing. And they really use this as an extra motivation. And you could tell, watching the Blue Jackets all season long, they were really using Johnny Gaudreau as a motivation, as a let's go, let's do it for him, we're going to win this for Johnny Gaudreau. It really did make a difference. I really do believe that Johnny Gaudreau, unfortunately dying, really gave that kick in the pants to hey, man, it's a tough situation, but we're going to make the best out of this, and we're going to use this as motivation to do better and win it for Johnny Gaudreau. And that's exactly what they did, because going into this past season, the Blue Jackets were not supposed to be good. They were supposed to be a lottery team picking top 5, but that didn't happen. The Blue Jackets picked 14 and 20. They did way better than expected. Good season. They just missed the playoffs by one point. and they did better than expected. So overall, I think the Blue Jackets handled the whole Johnny Gaudreau situation perfectly, and a little extra motivation that guided them to much better success than what people thought that they were going to do. So I've talked for a little bit here, so we'll get Hefty Duck and Hartsey in here.
Yeah, no, this last season, it was a very unfortunate choice by that man to drive drunk that night. That was really stupid. So I just wanted to do a little shout out this year again as well. So a lot of people do like sober October or no drink November, but last year we did a sober September, kind of in honor of Johnny Gaudreau. I'm not like a huge drinker. I know we're called the Brew Jackets, but we're extremely against drunk driving, obviously. But just as like a little reminder, September, it's a busy month anyway, and stuff like that, and then hockey season starts here in October and whatnot. So, it's something that I'll be doing again this year. Definitely recommend anyone out there who would like to join along. It's not something that we do like super like public and blasting it everywhere or anything like that. But if you too would like to participate in Sober September, then do so. But it's been a year. It's still really hard to talk about. It's just, there's so many aspects of it that are really, really tough to think about and deal with. And, looking at like Meredith Gaudreau and Matthew Gaudreau's wife as well too. One that had a child on the way, and then another one that had another child on the way later, right? And so I don't know. And like Kevin said, I do think that this really did light a fire under the Blue Jackets this season. They had something to fight for. I do believe that their season would have gone even a little bit better had Johnny Gaudreau been there.
Yep.
And the talk last year before this happened was, oh, we got Monahan coming to play with Gaudreau. Those guys had electric chemistry up when they both played at Calgary, and that was one of the big things I was looking forward to for last season. There's just a lot of memories this last season that would have been a little bit nicer had Johnny Gaudreau been there, like the outdoor game. And just everything else would have been just a little sweeter were he there. It's probably one of the single best players, if not like the best player the Blue Jackets have had on their team. He may not have been putting up like similar numbers to Artemi Panarin when he was here. He was also here for a lot longer than Johnny Gaudreau was. But I just think, given it a few more years, we would have definitely seen his name on the record books.
Oh, for sure.
It sucks that was taken away from us, taken away from his friends, his family, everyone on the team.
Yeah.
But I got to give big props to Don Waddell and Dean Everson they were both in a brand new situation, and then what do you do? Especially because you're coming into a fresh situation where like you're the fresh face. Everyone else had been here, had known him well, had played with him, ate dinners with him, hung out with him. I don't have the picture handy, but just to like tell one of my favorite moments is I forget whose wedding it was, but the one where Johnny Gaudreau is riding on the shoulders of, I believe, was it Matthew Tkachuk?
I think it was Kevin Hayes' wedding,
Yeah,
and he was on Brady Tkachuk's shoulders,
Brady Tkachuk.
just
Yes.
having a grand old time, man.
Yeah, and just showing
Matthew
his
Tkachuk was there,
carefree
though.
attitude. Yeah, I bet he was there too. Yeah, but yeah, just that's one of my favorite. That's when I think of Johnny Gaudreau. That's kind of how I want to think about him. Life of the party, having a good time, celebrating with his friends and whatnot. And yeah, you can go ahead, Artsy, if you got anything you'd like to say.
Oh man, dude. I mean, I remember when the Flames were letting him go and he became a free agent. I was all over the place saying, "Oh my God, if the Flyers got him, we would be in such a perfect situation." I mean, but he ended up, going to a pretty good team. Like, if I'm being honest, the Jackets were always a team that were close to, on the cusp of just being that good. And so when he went there, I was like, yeah, it won't be that bad. And he was definitely going to produce because, he was going to be playing with guys like Line, But, man, I got so many memories of seeing him at the All-Star game with Jake Voracek, helping him, using him in the, I think it was the shootout, the breakaway challenge. When Jake Voracek stopped and grabbed him and was holding him on the breakaway challenge. That was hilarious.
That was pretty good.
He was, yeah, man. It sucked hearing about that news, but I know the Flyers had a real touching video tribute during the home opener and the preseason opener. I know his dad, Guy Gaudreau, practiced with the Flyers. He was an honorary. He was a coach for the Flyers during training camp, and he would, I think he trained with Team USA at the Four Nations. He practiced with Team USA at the IIHF Men's Worlds, and seeing like the Jackets doing all these things to honor his memory, like the donkey and all that, and the purple Gatorade and all that. It was just, it's so touching. This, even though he was there for such a short time, he had such a huge impact. When the USA won the Worlds, and Zach Werenski ran back to the locker room and grabbed his jersey and put it on the trophy, because there's no doubt he would have been on that Four Nations team, that Men's Worlds team. He would have 100% been on that Olympic team this upcoming winter. So it was such a terrible blow to see that happen and hear that happen, and it just sucks that he's gone, because he was one of my favorite non-Flyers.
Yeah,
So, sucks.
I remember because when the day of, when this past Friday, when it was the day of him unfortunately dying 1 year ago. And I remember the day before when those rumors started popping up. And I remember this because I was on Owen has a Discord, and we like hanging out there. And I remember being on Owen's Discord, and it was Owen.
Swag, by the way.
Yeah, Bjork Swag. And I was on I remember being on Owen's Discord. We're hanging out all day, having a great time, having fun. And Owen was there, and Zach was there, and Hartsey was there, and I was there. We're having a fun time on the Discord, hanging out, doing stuff. And then I remember it was kind of getting late at night, just after 10 o'clock p.m. my time. And then we're like, well, okay, everyone agreed to, okay, well, it's kind of getting late. Well, we're going to go to bed. We'll see you tomorrow. And we get off the Discord. And then I remember just checking. I got off, and I was getting ready to go to bed. But then I checked Twitter, my personal Twitter page, one last time for the day. And I saw this private message that, Owen and Hartsey and Zach and a bunch of other people are in, and including me. And I don't know who, I think it was Hart. I'm not exactly sure who sent it, but I think it was either Zach or Hartsey that sent a tweet that said this, oh, hey, we gotta get back on the Discord. And I'm like, okay, and we get back on the Discord and like, did you see this? And what they said when they said, did you see this? What they meant by it was a tweet from this guy who didn't, I don't even mean this in a disrespectful way, but it was like a guy who didn't have a lot of followers, and he was just kind of throwing it out there. He's like, oh, Johnny Gaudreau died. And then that tweet just like, boom, it blew up like crazy. And then like, uh-oh, what is it? And then people are like, well, are you sure about this? Well, he deleted the tweet, which then made me think, okay, what's going on there? Why'd you delete the tweet?
It was like it was fucking around with people. And,
yes.
I think he was I think he was a writer for like some sort of website or some sort of news outlet.
Yes, he was.
I did that when I was writing one time. I released that. I forget who it was that got arrested. One of the Blue Jackets prospects that got in trouble for like reckless driving or something like that. And I posted it and then after I posted it, I looked into the source deeper, and I just didn't trust the source. But it turned out to be true.
Yeah,
which was kind of funny.
But so when that guy deleted the tweet, I'm thinking, well, like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why'd you delete the tweet? Is something up here? Because like, if this is my belief, in my opinion, if you know something is true and you have the sources and you go out there and say, hey, such and such happened, then you stand by it. Deleting the tweet does not make you look good, and it makes you think like something's up, like you may be trying to lie or something. That certainly didn't help his case. And then I remember he made a tweet like, oh, I should, it's like, the guy who tweeted, I remember he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that and this and that. And then we were on the Discord and we saw this. And like, man, I hope that's not true. And we started talking about it for a bit. And like, man, I hope that's not true, and a bunch of other stuff. We started talking, and then we were talking about other stuff too. But then after a little bit, we said, okay, well, let's go back to bed. We got off the disc. We were like, well, let's hope that when we wake up in the morning tomorrow that it's not true. And like, yeah, and I agree with, we're like, okay, yeah, we agree with that. And then we left the Discord. We all went our separate ways. We all went to bed. And then I remember the next day, I got up and I got my iPad. I sat down on my bed. I went to Facebook and I see the news that Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew Gaudreau is dead. And this is what my legit reaction when I said this. I said, no fucking way. And I yelled it, kind of like in a disappointing way. And then my mom heard that and she came to my room and said, yeah, isn't that sad? So the guy who made a tweet saying that Johnny Gaudreau was dead and then deleted it ended up being, correct. And so like, that's how I found out. And then it's just like, holy crap, that's just awful. So, very sad. And I'll always remember that. I will always remember the day before he died and how, it got set up. And I always remember the day of when he died and how I found out and just how I felt in that moment when Johnny Gaudreau unfortunately died. It was just not good. And, Hefty Duck does bring a good point there, is that, you're Dean Evison, you're Don Waddell, you're coming into a new situation. The Blue Jackets are coming off a season where it wasn't very good. There was improvement because you go from 58 points to 68 points. You get 2 more wins. So that's good. That's improvement, but still not very good, to the point to where, you fire Pascal Vincent, you get a new coach, you get a new GM, and you have a lot of stuff going on here. And it's like, okay, well, you got to figure out, what do you want to do with the coach? Okay, you meet with Pascal Vincent first. Then you determine, you fire him. And then you determine, okay, well, we got to interview coaches. And then you pick Dean Evison. And then you have and of course, development camp is going on there. And you have free agency where you go get Sean Monahan. And you got all this stuff going on. And then the news comes out, and then Patrick Laine wants a trade. And you're trying to work that out, and that's a mess. You have so much going on. And then all that stuff gets fixed, and then you think you finally have it all under control. You can take a break. Everything settles down. And then Johnny Gaudreau dies, unfortunately. And then you got this whole nother mess to deal with. And how do you deal with that? And honestly, both Don Waddell, Dean Evison, and everyone in the Blue Jackets organization just handled it perfectly. And it just gave, like we said, it gave extra motivation to the Blue Jackets, to something to strive for, something to fight for, to do better. And they did exactly that. They used it as motivation. Rah, rah, let's do it for Johnny Gaudreau, and did better. So, yeah. Let's see here. Jason Newland says the guy who tweeted it used to have media creds. He worked for several outlets.
Yeah, and you just have to be a little bit more careful with that, because if you go around there spouting out nonsense, like, they don't have to grant you media credentials.
Yeah.
They'll have to grant anyone media credentials if they really didn't want to. But a couple other comments here real quick too while we're here. Jason Newland said he covered the Flyers for a while.
Yeah,
and
he did. He did cover the Flyers.
I know the Gaudreaus were big Philadelphia Eagles fans, and they grew up Flyers fans as well then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think he is from South Jersey, so.
Yeah. And then Josh Pasfield. I didn't mean to ignore your comment earlier. He said, "Hey guys, what's up, man?"
Guy, shout out to my guy Josh Pasfield, who I've been a friend for almost 20 years. Good guy. I like talking to you either on the phone or in person. Very knowledgeable about sports. You're fun to talk to, fun to hang out. So shout out to my guy Josh Pasfield.
And then Charles Sanford left us one last comment. He says, "All right, guys, have a good night. Hope to see you guys at the March on the October 13th."
That's right. That's right, Charles. You should absolutely come to the March on October 13th. I'll be there. Come join your fellow Blue Jackets fans for the March on October 13th.
And we appreciate the repost, Charles.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. If anyone out there would like to leave a comment, if you want to say anything about your favorite Gaudreau moment, or derail the conversation and talk about something else, please feel free. Throw comments.
Tell me
out there.
that I have terrible jersey taste.
We read most online, as long as everything's respectful and you're not a piece of shit. So it very rarely happens. Everyone who's left these comments is usually pretty cool.
Yes.
But just occasionally there's someone out there who
all right.
It's the internet. You don't have it.
Now, a little something to lighten up the mood here before we get on to our next big segment here, which is
oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so Hefty Duck and I, we like Ohio State. We're big Ohio State people here. But this is just, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Ryan Day, I like you very much, but why does it look like you have a nipple ring?
I can explain this because, okay, so I'm a tattooist, and I've been around tattoo and piercing shops for a long time. And this 100% does appear to be a nipple ring. There's definitely, on many nipple rings. There's like a barbell. That one looks like it would be a little bit oversized. Like it should probably be a little bit like shorter or something like that. And because it looks so real, I did a little bit of digging. While I find this image absolutely hilarious, it is edited. The original didn't have the little things. Like, the original, like maybe, when you're wearing a shirt like that with no undershirt, like, his nips probably poking out a little bit. I mean, just beat, Texas, like what, like, so he's probably got adrenaline going through him. Anyway, but yeah, still absolutely find this hilarious. Whoever edited this, thank you for the laughs, because I sent it to our the piercer where I work, and
This might be the biggest news actually in the Big Ten this season.
Look at how many likes it has. Like
17,000.
17,000. Yeah, this was bigger news than half the other shit. Like, this is all anyone was talking about after the game. Like, whoever was on making that photo, damn, they were on quick. Like, thank you for that. I find that
it's been a while.
I mean, Ohio State just started their season. Best of luck to Ohio State. They had a big win over Texas. You think people are talking about that? No, it's why does Ryan Day look like you have a nipple ring?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyways,
and speaking of Ohio State in the Big Ten, Kevin.
Yes. Oh, I know what you're getting at there.
we have some Sean Monahan moments to get through as well too.
Yeah. So
before we run too much out of time.
Yeah. So we'll quickly do this, and then we'll get to Sean Monahan moments. So Artsy is right. There is some Big Ten hockey news that does involve Blue Jackets prospect Jackson Smith, who plays at Penn State, as well as Blue Jackets prospect Caden Lindstrom, who plays at Michigan State. So the big news out of Penn State is they are getting an outdoor hockey game to be played at their football stadium on January 31st, 2026. Now, why I bring this up, because 2 Blue Jackets prospects will be playing there. But also, come on, Ohio State, let's go. Let's step up your game here. Let's get with the program. Let's put more effort into your hockey teams. Let's get an outdoor hockey game at the shoe for Ohio State. You helped the Blue Jackets get an outdoor game this past March, and it was awesome. The best of the best, one of the best sporting events I've ever been to in my life. Over 94,000 plus people showed up for that. That history was made, Blue Jackets history. It set a record for second highest attended hockey game ever. It set new TV record for most viewed outdoor hockey game on TV since 2019. Just an awesome way to showcase Columbus, the Blue Jackets, Ohio State, and the shoe. Just outstanding. Millions of people viewed it all over the world. The best of the best. Truly an outstanding event. So if Penn State can do it, and other Big Ten schools like Michigan and Minnesota can do it, you can do it too, Ohio State. Let's go. Get off your ass. Let's go. Put some effort, more effort into your hockey team, and let's get an outdoor hockey game for Ohio State at the shoe. You did it for the Blue Jackets. It's your turn, Ohio State. You can do it for yourself. Let's have an outdoor hockey game at Ohio State for Ohio State.
Jason does bring up a point here. He said that they played in Michigan and Cleveland. They played Michigan in Cleveland at the Brown Stadium outdoors. It doesn't think that they're going to do that for a long while. Yeah, it's very plausible too, especially given. I mean, the Blue Jackets doing the outdoor game in Columbus at the shoe does open up the possibility of that being able to happen again. I think, because especially now that they did it once, they'll be able to do it better the next time.
Yes.
And so Yeah, it could be a while, but it'd be cool to see sometime. I mean,
Okay. Like
if anything, at least the
okay,
women's
so,
hockey would be cool.
like, okay, Jason, yes, I know that Ohio State hockey, they have played out 2 outdoor hockey games up in Cleveland. They played where they played it when the Indians were the Indians in 2012, and they played it at the Brown Stadium a couple years ago. So I get that. I understand that. Ohio State has also played a hockey game up in Minnesota outside against their Big Ten competition, the Minnesota Golden Gophers at Minnesota's football stadium. I get that. But that's not what I'm getting at there. I know they played in Cleveland twice, but that's not what I'm getting at there. I'm talking about get off your butt and let's have an outdoor hockey game at the Shoe. Come on. If other Big Ten schools can do it, like Penn State and Michigan and Minnesota, you can do it, Ohio State. Let's go. Let's go. You can do it. Get off your butt. Let's do it. And do it. You know, you help the Blue Jackets get one. Do it for yourself because the Blue Jackets outdoor game was awesome. We're the best of the best. One of the best moments of my life. One of the best sporting events of my life. It was cool, and I have no doubt that if given the chance, Ohio State playing a hockey game at the Shoe like the Blue Jackets did would be awesome.
Yeah, he does say then, but this is what I was along the lines of what I was saying, that they proved it can happen, which is a positive. Yeah. So, just the fact that it happened and it's out there in the universe and the thought is out there, could hopefully be something pretty cool.
Okay. Now, before we get on to our Sean Monahan segment of the show, Hartsey, do you have anything to say about this?
It's about damn time. We get to see some really good NHL prospects showing off at a pretty grand level. I mean, Beaver Stadium can get rowdy like that. So, to see Gavin McKenna and Jackson Smith and Caden Lindstrom, but most importantly, Flyers prospect Porter Martone playing in an outdoor setting is absolutely legendary, and I'm considering getting a ticket.
Yep.
I'm highly considering it. So this is huge. And honestly, it can open the door to maybe get some NHL teams to play at Beaver Stadium. I talked about that a couple times with you guys, actually.
Yep.
Maybe get some Big Ten marketed teams in there.
Right. So, like Hartsey, that you live in Pennsylvania, that's essentially in your backyard. Like, I would go to that if you could.
Yeah. 100%.
So, okay, so on to our next part of the show, which is this. We're going to be talking about a little Sean Monahan favorite moments here. So I have some clips and I got some bunch of other stuff. But before we get to that, I'm just going to say what I liked about Sean Monahan. So Sean Monahan, obviously, a big reason why he comes to play for the Blue Jackets is because he wants to play with Johnny Gaudreau, who is a good friend of his. And Johnny Gaudreau has shown that he has good chemistry playing with Sean Monahan, that they've played really good and they've had a lot of good moments together playing hockey. And there is a belief that if that happened again with the Blue Jackets, we would have seen that same exact thing. I agree with that. No way to know that for sure, because you see this sort of thing where a guy plays with a guy, they have good chemistry, and then they don't play with them for a bit, and then they come back and it's just not the same. It's not as good. And then there's some guys where you don't play for them for a bit, and then they play with them again, and it's perfect. It's fine. Like they never, stop playing with each other. I'm of the belief that probably would have happened with the Blue Jackets, where that magic, that chemistry that Johnny Gaudreau shown with Sean Monahan would have continued if given the chance. Another reason why Sean Monahan comes to Columbus is, look, we've talked about this on the show before, but Columbus is the best of the best when it comes to this. The whole Columbus/Columbus area is really good for if you want a nice place to chill and hang out and a more quieter atmosphere, a place to raise a family. Columbus/Columbus area/Ohio is perfect for that. And Sean Monahan at that point in time, just kind of had a kid with his wife, and Columbus is perfect for that. So you put those two things together, and that's why, Sean Monahan came to Columbus. Obviously, he didn't get one of those. He didn't get to play with Johnny Gaudreau again. But even if you put that off to the side, that is one of the best free agent signings the Blue Jackets have ever done. I understand it's only one season, so it's kind of a small sample size, but so far it's perfect. It's one of the best signings that the Blue Jackets have ever done because the Blue Jackets needed help at center. Sean Monahan is a center. He stepped into that role perfectly and was just awesome for the Blue Jackets. He was on one of the best lines in hockey with Kirill Marchenko and Dmitry Voronkov, the best of the best. It's one of the best lines in hockey, one of the best lines from an analytics standpoint in hockey. It was just ridiculously good, the best of the best. And then Adam Fantilli's talked about this, that Sean Monahan was a good mentor for Adam Fantilli. Sean Monahan would show Adam Fantilli how to do certain things to help make Adam Fantilli better. Adam Fantilli's even said that, at practice or something, he would just stand there, watch Sean Monahan, how he would go about his business, how he would do certain things. And then he picked up on certain things, and he learned from that. And that did make Adam Fantilli better. I also do believe that that's a big reason why Adam Fantilli took off from the month of January until the rest of the season, because when Sean Monahan goes down with an injury, that was an oh crap moment. It's oh crap, what? Oh boy, we don't have Sean Monahan. What are we going to do here? And it's like, well, we kind of have to put Adam Fantilli in there. I hope it works out. And it did. Adam Fantilli was just awesome. He really took off, played really good, 2 hat tricks. He cooked Toronto and the New York Rangers and just played ridiculously good at that first-line center spot. And then by the time when Sean Monahan comes back, Adam Fantilli slides down to the second-line center spot, looks awesome. And now you have a really good first-line, second-line center combination with Sean Monahan and Adam Fantilli. So overall, I just like it, what Sean Monahan has done with the Blue Jackets so far. So we'll get Hard Scene Hefty Duck in here.
You're muted, Harty. Just so you're aware.
I completely forgot. I didn't even notice. But if we're talking about Sean Monahan, I have some pretty good Sean Monahan. I have a pretty good Sean Monahan memory, actually, that I'm trying to pull up on YouTube. So give me a second here. But I remember Sean Monahan. This is from when he played in Calgary, but this is always something that I love seeing. I remember watching Sean Monahan absolutely chucking fists with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and just absolutely destroying people, destroying it. Another good Monahan moment was a clip of him having a hug with Johnny after the OT winner that he scored, I think, against Dallas.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. That was awesome to see. Just those two were just so great together. Yeah. I also have some bad Sean Monahan memories, like that hat trick he had against the Flyers. So,
yeah. Oh,
that was a while ago, though.
Okay. So I'm going to show Hefty Duck. Do you got anything to say?
Just another big congrats to Sean Monahan for this last year for winning the Bill Masterton Trophy,
Yeah.
Memorial Trophy. I don't think there was many other people that deserved it more than he did, and for carrying out being so strong this last year. I think that was huge. But yeah, no, continue on.
All right. So I got some clips I want to show from Sean Monahan. So the first one, it just shows his awesome passing ability that he has here. So we're going to put it up on the screen, and here we go. So the Blue Jackets are in Boston. They're up 4-1, third period, 5:59 to go. And Sean Monahan's going to make an awesome play to help set up a goal to Yegor Chinikov.
Oh, hold on, Kevin. Before we get too far,
Yeah.
I just want to say, Wyan, if you're watching this, look away.
Yeah. Sorry, Wine. I know our Boston friend would, but we have to do this. All right, so here we go. Marchenko has the puck. Kind of falls over. There's a puck battle, and then Monahan kind of falls down, but then he gets back up. He's going to have the puck, and then he's a beautiful pass to Yegor Chinikov, who's just going to blow it by the goalie. It's just overall awesome effort by Sean Monahan here, because you're going to see it right here. He's going to get knocked down. He's going to fight through it, get up, and then he's going to make an awesome pass play to Yegor Chinikov for the goal.
He kind of ate the boards there a little bit, but yeah.
But he gets right back up and is right there.
Yeah. That's also just.
Go ahead.
It takes a little bit of luck to get that pass through. I'm gonna be honest with you, because there's like 3 Bruins there.
There's a ton of skill in hockey, but there's also a lot of luck too.
Even if you are eating boards, like how he did on that play. Also, Swayman, got to work on your angle there.
So anything else to say on this clip here?
It's a non-Jackets related comment, but I'm saying a prayer for David Pastrnak for next season, because his back's gonna hurt from carrying the Bruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he can really keep his numbers up without Marchand being there with him. I'm a big Pasta fan. I like him a lot. I think he's a cool dude.
So,
yeah.
All right.
I also love some pasta for dinner.
Yeah. So next up here, we're gonna see. Let's see where. Okay, we got this clip here shows Sean Monahan's awesome shooting ability here. So the Blue Jackets are up 2-0 over Nashville, and it's on the power play, and Monahan's going to get it, and he's just going to one-time it past the goalie. So puck battle along the boards, won by the Blue Jackets. Kent Johnson gets it. He's going to pass it to Zach Werenski. Werenski back to Kent Johnson, and Kent Johnson kind of pulls this guy kind of like over here.
Walking the line,
makes it look like he's going to shoot it, and then at the last moment, he's going to pass it over to Sean Monahan, and he's going to shoot and score. And Sean Monahan just blows it by the goalie.
Good setup on that power play there. Good setup by Johnson. He moves in just enough to get the Nashville defenders to, skate a little bit, glide a bit towards him, and he makes a pretty damn good pass. There's also a little bit of traffic in front of I think that's Saros.
Yeah.
That's another guy that I'm saying a prayer for next season. Just
Yeah.
things aren't so bright in
Nashville.
Nashville.
They're in, who knows what's going on there? You can't call it a rebuild. It's just what are you guys doing? Anyway, I really like here a lot too. This does showcase a lot of Kent Johnson's talent too, because I think he got rocked like real hard last year or something like that when his head was down.
Yeah.
And I feel like ever since that moment, his head's up the entire time. He's already looking, and he doesn't even have to look to the right to see him. He doesn't look until like after he's passing almost. So huge props, but then also Monahan being there ready. Was this on the power play?
Yes.
Yeah. Just absolutely making it look like they're playing a high school team or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe, the Nashville Predators who suck.
And they were not very good.
You know what the sad thing is that they'd probably do better than my team. So yeah, I won't talk too much.
I don't know. You guys got Trevor Zegras. Aren't you excited about that?
Oh, of course. Love the Michigans. I'm not. It sounds like I'm being very sarcastic, but I'm excited for that. But this isn't a Flyers podcast.
I think he's a great player. I just think he needs to find the right chemistry and like being on a team like that can either keep up with them or keep him. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. We got
who cares about the Flyers?
We're getting
Obviously,
we're getting close to time here.
All right. So next up on our show is we did talk about this, but the Blue Jackets and the Clippers are teaming up for a fun Blue Jackets theme night at a Clippers game. So yes, the Clippers are having a Blue Jackets night this upcoming September 4th. And during this game, the Clippers will be wearing a Blue Jackets themed Clippers jersey, and it looks really cool.
I have a question. Are they going to be wearing red pants or blue pants?
Good question. They might go with white.
Yeah.
I think the Clippers are generally white and blue, and like gray, maybe.
So the Clippers, they're like dark blue, light blue. Yeah, essentially, they do have a look where it's like a red jersey with like a red hat, but like their colors are essentially Blue Jackets' third jersey colors, where it's like dark blue, light blue, and like silver with like a touch of white.
Interesting.
So Blue Jackets will be at the Clippers game for a Blue Jackets night at the Clippers game. So that's cool. So anything to say about this jersey?
Yeah, no, this is really cool. Big fan of pretty much everything here. I mean, I like that, like, so if you could almost consider the Blue Jackets logo as being the star, and then the C being the flag, and then just for our listeners, I'm describing this a little bit. And so instead of the star, there's like a clipper, which is a boat, right there on the front, like in place of the star, in the middle of the C flag. And I'm a big fan of this. This is dope. I really want one of these a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? And all this time of knowing you guys and watching the Columbus Blue Jackets, I did not notice that the flag was supposed to be a C.
Yes. It is.
It's subtle. It's oddly subtle, even though it's like right in front of your face. Like I didn't realize it for quite a long time myself.
I can't unsee it now.
Until someone else said something to me about it. Yeah, now ever since I said it, I'm like, okay, that's obviously a C. But until someone mentioned it, I was like, never even thought about it. Like, oh, cool swoop. Cool swoop.
So there is more info from the Blue Jackets night at the Clippers game, September 4th, 6:35 p.m. There will be autographs of Blue Jackets players. Boone Jenner's going to throw out the first pitch, and a game-worn CBJ player autograph online auction for that day for the jerseys. So that is cool.
Look at the look at the duality of man in this picture of just Jenner looking menacing and the other guy just smiling crazy.
Couple dudes just out there hitting stuff with sticks, pretty much.
Yep. Just drilling it.
Yeah. So, all right. So, my last couple things here, which is this. So, I'm going to put this up on the screen just for a little bit here. So, Dave Portnoy, I have a message for you. You've been coming to Columbus to do some pizza reviews. You know, Dave Portnoy is the Barstool Sports guy, the pizza review guy, the guy that goes all over America and does pizza reviews. And, you know, his pizza reviews have become real popular. People like them. And his pizza reviews have helped out a lot of businesses. There are businesses that, you know, people didn't really know about, but then he goes there and he does a pizza review, and then that business explodes in popularity. So he's done a lot of good work for different, you know, businesses all over America. And it's no different. He's come to Columbus to do some Columbus area to do some pizza reviews, and it's cool. But primarily the reason he comes to Columbus is because he's a big Michigan guy, and he's coming to Columbus. Yes, boo. Dave Portnoy is a big Michigan guy, and he's coming to Columbus to essentially cheer for Michigan and take shots at Ohio State. Now, to me, that's kind of bland and boring and not original because you've done that before. Find something different. Also, in my opinion, if you're coming to Columbus just to, you know, take a shot at Ohio State, it's not very original. It's bland. It's boring. And in my opinion, that doesn't count. You didn't really come to Columbus. No disrespect to Ohio State. But the truth is, it's 2025. There's more to Columbus than just Ohio State. From the Clippers and the Crew, and Joe Burrow has a volleyball team there now, the Columbus Fury, and there's Short North and German Village and North Market and R Bar and the Blue Jackets and all the bars and the restaurants in the stores in the downtown Columbus, in the downtown arena district in Columbus, and the Columbus Zoo. There's so much going on in Columbus that does not involve Ohio State. So, Dave Portnoy, it would be nice if you came to Columbus and, you know, something different, something original, not just to take shots at Ohio State. That's not very original. You want to show support, you want to come to Columbus and show support for Michigan? I got an idea for you. Here is a more original, productive way to do that, which is this. You come to Columbus for a Blue Jackets game and you support the Blue Jackets Michigan alumni. You want to come to Columbus and show support for Michigan? This is a more original way and more productive way of doing it by coming to Columbus to see a Blue Jackets game and cheer on the Blue Jackets Michigan alumni, Zach Wierenski, Kent Johnson, and Adam Fantilli. So, one last time, Dave Portnoy, come to Columbus for a Blue Jackets game and support your fellow Michigan alumni, Zach Wierenski, Adam Fantilli, and Kent Johnson, because coming to Columbus for a Blue Jackets game is way better and way more original than coming to Columbus to just take a shot at Ohio State, because there's more to Columbus than just Ohio State. So, one last time, Dave Portnoy, come to Columbus for a Blue Jackets game and cheer on your fellow Michigan alumni, Zach Wierenski, Adam Fantilli, and Kent Johnson.
And if you're not going to do that, don't go to Columbus at all, you fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, I agree. So, Heartsy or Hefty Duck, anything to say there?
I don't know why I didn't just buy a ticket. Doesn't he like have a bunch of money?
Yeah,
Well,
Like
brother,
he wasn't
you
banned
own
by Ohio State. He was
no.
not included in the lineup with Fox TV. So like he didn't have like media credentials, I think.
well,
Like he was not invited to the Fox thing. I
he
don't know
was.
why. It doesn't matter why, but he wasn't. And like so he like immediately the
Because he
news on there
sucks.
on the internet is, oh, he's banned from Ohio State, banned from Ohio State. Like no. Should he be? Maybe. I don't know. Not necessarily the biggest fan myself, but it's whatever. It doesn't like
No,
really
he could.
matter.
So
But
what happened there is that he couldn't go inside the stadium to do the show for Fox, but he could do the show with Fox outside of the stadium. That's what happened there. And like honestly, Ohio State, I like you very much, but that was very weak and pathetic and soft to ban him. Because why do you care about what a Michigan guy has to say? You know he's a big Michigan guy, and
I
he's
don't
gonna
think he was banned by Michigan. When I looked it up earlier, it said something about how
no.
Fox
He,
News
that's
is not part of it.
okay. There that's what Ohio State says that Fox banned us, but no, let's be honest here. You did it at Ohio State. Be honest with yourself. You got your feelings hurt because you didn't like the fact that a guy who's a big Michigan guy is going to say some things that are not nice about Ohio State. So that's all I got to say about that. Is that was just weak, soft, and pathetic, and that played right into Dave Portnoy's hand because then he used his cheer for Michigan, rip on Ohio State shtick anymore. Oh, look at Ohio State. They can't beat Michigan, so they ban me, and they're soft and this and that. Like that was not necessary. You did not need to ban him. You played it right into his hands. And the only reason that Dave Portnoy has something to say is because Ohio State keeps losing to Michigan. When Jim Tressel and Urban Meyer were beating Michigan again and again and again, he had nothing to say. But he has something to say right now because Ohio State keeps losing. But if Ohio State beats Michigan this year, just like Jim Tressel and Urban Meyer did, he's going to have nothing to say against that. And there goes his shtick. But honestly, my opinion, I think that was kind of weak and pathetic that you banned him because you walked right into his trap. But that's just me.
I'm curious what Portnoy has to say about the cheating.
Anyway,
we are running over time right now. So
Archie has something to say.
Archie, what you got?
Yeah, Lance, I don't mean to interrupt, but who gives a fuck about what Dave Portnoy thinks?
Yeah, Ohio State should know that.
Who fuck? Genuinely.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
I don't know.
Genuinely, who fucking cares,
She's
bro?
super
Like, honestly,
relevant anymore.
who gives a rat's ass about what Dave Portnoy thinks? He sucks and fuck him.
Oh, well, that's besides the point. But anyways.
I hope he's watching.
Probably not.
Yeah, right.
Dave Portnoy, if you're watching, you're a bitch.
You bitch.
Look, he does do good pizza reviews that have helped out businesses, and he helped out saving businesses, and he helped save businesses during coronavirus, and he does good stuff. I just think that for many people,
that's
just
like the one good thing he has ever contributed to society.
But for some people, I just think that he kind of takes it a bit too far. Some people like that stuff. It's subjective, but it is what it is. But anyways, that's besides the point. So we got a couple last things to say here, and then we're going to get out of here. So first things first, you should like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please tell your family. Please tell your friends. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, got to give a shout out to my awesome Uncle Doc. Thank you for everything. I wish you were still here, man. I wish you were still here. Love seeing you at parties. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, family get-togethers, birthdays, and so much more. Love talking hockey with you. I wish you were still here, but you're not, unfortunately. But shout out to my awesome Uncle Doc. I wish you were still here so I could talk hockey with you. Shout out to my awesome Uncle Doc. Thank you for everything. Okay, now, got to bring up a comment that we put up earlier on the show. You should be like Charles Stanforth on Twitter, and you should join Union Blue Soldiers for our next march on Monday, October 13th, 2025, R-Bar, 6 o'clock p.m. Be like Charles and join Union Blue Soldiers for our next march on October 13th, 2025. You should definitely check that out.
Or else.
Yes, you should. Oop, I gotta put that there. There it is. Check out the march. It's going to be on Monday, October 13th, 2025, R-Bar, 6 o'clock p.m. You should absolutely join us for the march. I'm going to play a little quick video, and that'll basically be it for me. So, you should absolutely join Union Blue Soldiers for our next march. And here is a video from just different marches that we have had over the years. We're going to turn it down just a bit. Just a bit. Okay, here's a video.
Let's go Jackets! 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 Let's go Jackets!
So, join Union Blue Soldiers for our next march on October 13th, 2025, 6 o'clock p.m., starting at R-Bar. You never know what's going to happen. You could be on TV. Stinger could show up. A lot of fun surprises. You never know what's going to happen at the marches that Union Blue Soldiers does. So, one last time, join Union Blue Soldiers for their annual March of the Union Army on Monday, October 13th, 2025, starting at R-Bar, 6 o'clock p.m. Join Union Blue Soldiers and your fellow Blue Jackets fans as we march on to Nationwide Arena to cheer on the Blue Jackets. Join Union Blue Soldiers as we march on to Nationwide Arena to cheer on the Blue Jackets. So, that's, oh, one more thing. I gotta go get it.
If you guys don't show up to the march, I will find you.
Yeah. So, join the march. So, of course, check out Union Blue Soldiers. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. Check out Union Blue Soldiers on all social media platforms. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. And join the march on Monday, October 13th, 2025. So that's it for me. Heartsy and Hefty Duck will say their things, and then we can get out of here.
What you got, Hearty?
What do I got? Well, you know what? if you guys would go follow my Twitter page, Michkov's Kitten on Twitter. You can see that I post pretty much anything and everything, safe for work specifically, and flyers specifically. I just posted a new Trevor Zegras edit, which I think is pretty awesome. And you should check that out. And you should also check it out if you have TikTok. You can check out Young Beezer, Young Beeza with an AH. That's also me. And you can also check me out on IG with the same thing at Michkov's Kitten. So shout out to my boy Wyan, Owen. Shout out to my boy Chris, who's probably watching this. And that's all I got for you. That's all I got to say about that, Sean. And go Birds, by the way.
Right on. Well, just a little reminder to all of our listeners and viewers out there. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, like Kevin said. Check us out on Spotify, Google, Apple, anywhere you get podcasts. We're there. If you'd like to listen to our audio, I uploaded it every Sunday night, pretty much right after the show, the live show. But yeah, we'll be back here same time, same place next week. It's gonna be September the 6th, I believe. 7th, sorry. It's September 7th, usual time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Until then, check out my stuff as well. I'm at Lance Schrock, Lance_Schrock, SCHROCK, on Twitter. You can also find me on Instagram at lance.schrock.tattoos. Check out my artwork. Come get tattooed. North, like Central, Eastern, or Ohio. And we'll see you again next week. Have a good one. Enjoy the tail end of your summer. Have a good Labor Day weekend. And